Okay, these are readings and commentary with Insane Sam. The readings come from history, philosophy, poetry, just anything in the written word that I like, that I think you might like, that I can share with you. So all the readings this week are going to be baseball oriented. The first of the readings is, if not the most famous, certainly the oldest of the great writings about baseball. It's Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Taylor that first came out on June 3rd, 1883 in the San Francisco Chronicle. So here we go. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one more inning left to play. And then when Casey died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to that hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could get a whack at that. We'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake. The former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude a grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn led a drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. From 5,000 throats and more there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when, responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat, no stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tugs applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then, while the rising pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered spear came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone from the stand. And it's like they would have killed him had Casey not raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew, but Casey still ignored it. Then the umpire cried, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, echoed, answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold, they saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer has fled from Casey's lips, his teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and little children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Great Casey has struck out. I hope you enjoyed that one. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel right now. Get your friends to subscribe. And with that, Insane Sam out.